Reaction is pouring in a day after 5 former junior hockey players were acquitted in a high-profile sexual assault trial. CTV's Daniel Halmarson joins us now live. So Daniel, what are you hearing tonight?
Well, Catherine, I spoke with a lawyer who is a survivor of sexual abuse himself. He says hockey culture needs to change, but so does society, and adds, quote, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Look, hockey culture needs to change. There's no question about it. But this litigation, this case was not about hockey culture. This case was about a specific factual circumstance that night.
Reaction from the sporting world and beyond following the verdict in the Hockey Canada sexual assault case.
Nobody should be disappointed in what happened yesterday. Everyone should understand that what happens in court is specific to a certain set of facts, and that's it.
5 former members of Canada's World Junior team, Dylan Dubé, Cal Foote, Carter Hart, Michael McLeod, and Alex Formanton, were acquitted of sexual assault Thursday in connection with an incident in a London, Ontario hotel room 7 years ago. McLeod was also found not guilty of being a party to the offense. Greg Gilhooly, a survivor of sexual abuse by hockey coach Graham James, says just because it wasn't found to be a crime doesn't make what happened that night morally right.
What that room required was character, and there was an absence of character in that room that night. Somebody needed to step up and say, guys, I don't care what she's saying. This is wrong.
In her decision, Justice Maria Carucia says she found the complainant's testimony wasn't credible or reliable. That's a concern for Clinic Community Health's Rochelle Reddy. She says she's worried this verdict could prevent some victims from coming forward.
We truly stand in solidarity and support of those impacted by sexual violence and impacted when decisions and outcomes occur that continue to normalize sexual violence and discredit and silence persons who experience sexual violence.
She does add that if someone experiences sexual violence, it's imperative to seek help.
You are not defined by systems who normalize sexual violence. You are not defined by systems that discredit and silence your experience and your voice. And it's also important, if you've experienced sexual violence or someone close to you has experienced sexual violence, to find someone safe to talk to.
Clinic Community Health has a 24/7 crisis line for victims of sexual assault. The number is 204-786-8631.
Now, Daniel, any word from governing bodies of hockey on all of this?
Hockey Manitoba was unavailable for comment, Catherine. However, Hockey Canada released a statement yesterday which outlined its 2022 action plan centered around culture and safety in the sport. That plan includes mandatory training on sexual violence and consent.